Hi, I'm Jo Busby and I'm one of the executive producers in the London office.
Hi, my name is David Cerqueiro. I'm an executive producer for Casual in Barcelona, Spain.
A brief is the foundation to any project. It helps us to fully understand the intentions and the purposes for your video. And that therefore guides us in developing a creative approach that will bring that all together.
And the more information the client can give us, the more information we can get from you clients, the better. A strong brief to me is a clear brief, is a brief that has enough specific information for us to be able to design the project. It's from a clear brief that we structure our teams, that we design our timelines. Everything related to the project stems from the brief.
A strong brief contains all the important information, such as key messaging, objectives, your target audience, any key milestones or delivery dates, and any stakeholders that might need to review and approve at each stage of the process. That will then help us to make a timeline that works best for your project and everyone that's involved. And of course, your budget. If you don't know an exact amount at this stage, that's absolutely fine, just as long as we can have a rough ballpark that we can work towards, so that will help us to shape the scope and the execution of your video.
A brief should be able to let us see what is it that you need to do, what's the problem you're looking to solve.
Once we know your clear goals for the project, we'll determine how to spend the budget wisely. We'll evaluate things like, is more time needed in production, spending more of the budget on equipment, lighting, props, actors, setup, or perhaps in post-production, whether that's adding more time and more stages into the edit phase so that stakeholders, legal, and any other teams responsible for approving the video have enough time to do so. Having in-depth conversations early on with all those involved in the project will help to avoid scope creep. Be open and clear about what you like and what you're looking for, but also let us know what you don't want, as this is useful for knowing what to avoid.
The big problem is not finding obstacles or complications of any kind. The problem is when those complications and obstacles are not properly addressed. The first thing I do when things get a bit, off track is to open a forum and make sure that we all know what's happening, evaluate it, and correct course, basically.
We know that last-minute changes arise, so our global, in-house, flexible team work round the clock to ensure that any last-minute changes you might have can be addressed and so your project stays on track.